Today we'll be talking about the Bezier curve. So we know that we have one program in the lab where we are trying to develop a flag by using this Bezier curve. So this Bezier curve was developed by a French engineer by the name Bezier. So that's why they're using the same name. So it was used in the design of automobile. So it was used in the design of automobile. Um, and it is following some equations. It has some curve equations. So why this is why we are using the Bezier curve for drawing the curves and all. So why? Because see, it is very easy to implement. See, this Bezier curve is very easy to implement, and they have properties. They have some properties which are highly useful, for the curve design. For the curve design, for the surface design, this Bezier curve has some properties which are useful, or which is making them useful for designing the curves and the surfaces. And also it is very convenient. It is very convenient to use this Bezier curve equations. And also this Bezier curve equation, it can be used for any number of control points. So it can be used for any number of control points. But we have some graphic packages which will limit the number of control points to 4. So these are some of the reasons why you're using the Bezier equations to draw the curve, to draw the surfaces, because they're very easy to implement, they're highly useful, and also they're very easy to implement. So we have so so for example, um, the control points. So how do we decide, how do we denote the control points? So how do we denote the control points? See, for example, so in order to generate this Bezier curve equation, um, so we have this P of U, we have this P of U, which is given by Pk into Bezier of K comma N with respect to U. So here, what does this means? This is again given by C of n comma k u power k into 1 minus u power n minus k, where C of n is nothing but n factorial by n minus k factorial, like that. See, first thing is if we have n plus 1 control point. So if we have n plus 1 control point, if we have n plus 1 control points, so or if you have n plus 1 control point positions, so that will be denoted. So that will be denoted by Pk, which is given by xk, yk, zk, where the value of this k will be from 0 to n. So if we have n plus 1 control points, so that can be denoted as Pk is equal to xk, yk, zk, the coordinate positions, with the value of k varying from 0 to n. So these coordinate positions will be used. These coordinate positions will be used to get the position vector. So these coordinate positions will be used to get the position vector P of U, which will give the path for approximating the Bezier polynomial function. So this points can be used to get the position vector P of U. So which this position vector P of U will give the path for approximating the Bezier polynomial function from P to Pn. So we can use this position vector function, for getting the path of the polynomial function from P naught to Pn. And we know that P of U is given by this formula. It is given by this formula, and we are able to get this P naught from P0 till Pn. So then we have this BEZ. So then we have this BEZ function. So what is this BEZ function means? It is the blending function. So this BEZ, the base of k comma n, is the blending function. So which is known as Bernstein polynomial. So it is known as Bernstein polynomial, which is given by C of n comma k u power k 1 minus u power n minus k. What is the C of n k means? Um, it is given by the formula n factorial by n minus r factorial, I mean, it's NCR. NCR. We know the formula for NCR, no? So it is NCK. So n factorial by n minus k factorial into k factorial, like that. So that is a binomial coefficient. The C of n comma k is the binomial coefficient. So we have this Bez of Bez of k comma n. So which is the Bernstein polynomial. So this is also known as the blending function. This blending function is given by C of n comma k u power k 1 minus u power n minus k. So where C of n comma k is the binomial coefficient, which is given by n factorial by n minus k the whole factorial k factorial. So after this, so this is with respect to the binomial coefficient. This is with respect to the binomial coefficient. So after this binomial coefficient, we have this 3 points. We have this parametric points for x of u, y of u, z of u. So for x of u, so we have this Bess equation. We have this Bernstein polynomial and the x factor, and the x factor starting from x0 to x n. Similarly, y of u is given by the value of y0 to y power n and this Bess function. That is the blending function or the Bernstein polynomial. And also for z also, here also the value of z is from z0 to Zn. So see, these are the three parametric equations. See, these are the three: x of u, y of u, z of u. They are the parametric equation for individual curve coordinates. For individual curve coordinates, these are the parametric equations which are represented by x of u, y of u, and uh, z of u. So so this is with respect to the Bernstein curve equation. So here one thing is um, so in the lab also, what we were doing means we were finding in the lab also we were finding the binomial coefficients. Like we had some function called factorial of n, which was finding the factorial of a number. Then after finding the factorial, we were substituting. We were calling this binomial coefficient c of n comma k. So after that, after that, we were calling some functions like power for some functions like power of u comma k into power of 1 minus u comma n minus k. Like this we were calculating this Bernstein polynomial. So after that for each values of x u, y u, z u, we were calling this like some array was there, some array of x of I. So in that array we used to call this functions like the product of x0. So we had some for loop for k is equal to 0 to k less than n. So here we were using x of k into this function which is nothing but the binomial coefficient into this equation. So um, so these are the equations which are needed to represent or to display the flag. So so after this um, so we will have some examples. So we have some examples of Bezier curve. So so these are the following figures will give, the following figures are giving some examples or some how the Bezier curve will appear, how the Bezier curve will appear. Here here you can see, here you can see we have only 3 points, p naught, p1, p2. So here we have 4 points, p naught, p1, p2, p3. Here also we are having 4 points. So and here we have 5 points, p naught, p1, p2, p3, p4. Like this we have some equations. So here all the control points are in the xy plane, all the control points in the xy plane, and z is 0 and z is 0. So when we have three control points, p0, p1, p2, when we have four control points, p0, p1, p2, p3, and similarly when we have five control points, p0, p1, p2, p3, p4, like that. So these are some of the examples. So how it is calculated means, see here, here we can use this formula. Here we can use the recursive formula for calculating the equations like see, we know that C of nk can be obtained, C of nk can be obtained by using this formula n minus k by k into C of n comma k minus 1, one iteration less. So recursively, you can use this formula. Recursive calculations can be used for obtaining the binomial coefficients, which is given by this equation. So here where the value of n should be greater than or equal to k. And also And also we have this blending function. Also we have this blending function. So this function can also be represented with this function can also be represented with the recursive relationship. It can also be represented with the recursive relationship. And also in the program, so in the program also and in the program also, um, we had a function to calculate the factorial of a number. After that we had some function like we had a function to calculate the factorial, and compute some Bezier equation. We had some compute Bezier equation. We had that function. So here we were calculating with respect to x some Bezier point dot x dot y dot z. So these points with respect to the individual axis. So so that was given by see how we are written in the programming means how we are written in the programming thing means. So we had some Bezier point dot x, where how the x is varying. So here value of x is varying from x0 to, I mean, k0 to kn. So we had some k dot x, we had some function dot k, we had some array which called k dot x into then Bez equation. So Bez equation we had called it as blending function. So like that we had written b dot x is equal to here k dot y into blend blend function. Similarly, Bezier point dot z is equal to k dot z into blend function. So like this we had used, and also we were calculating this Bezier curve. So you can check into those programs. So there we will be using these three um, equations. Along with that, we are also using this equation. So this is also one function, and this equation you can see where we have written something called power of u comma k into power of 1 minus u into n minus k. So those points if you see, so we can understand that how we are using the Bezier curve. So why this Bezier curve is useful, or what are the properties of this Bezier curve? So one thing is, so this Bezier curve can be used to connect the first control point and the last control point. So very good. This is the one property. So this curve will control, or it will connect the first control point and the last control point. And and one thing is, see we have and it has some characteristics. It has some characteristics like p naught. P naught is equal to p0, and p of 1 will be equal to p. And so this is the basic characteristics of any Bezier curve, and also the value and the parametric value. And the parametric value for the first derivative, the parametric value for the first derivative of this um, curve can be calculated from the control points, like p dash of 0 is equal to n into p naught plus n into p1, and p dash of 1 can be calculated as minus n into p of n minus 1 plus n into npn. So it npn. So using these formulas, you can calculate the derivatives of the Bezier curve also. And also, this is the first order derivative. This is the first order derivative. So if you want to calculate the second order derivative, if you want to calculate the second order derivative, p double dash of 0, which is n into n minus 1 into um, P2 minus P1 minus of P1 minus P naught. And also P double dash of 1 can be calculated as n into n minus 1 into P of n minus 2 n minus 1. So n minus 2 n minus 1, difference of n minus 1 minus n. So like this we can use the second order derivative for calculating the end point. So this is one property. So what is the second property? The second property is that Bezier curve lies within the convex polygon boundary of the control points. How? Because so we can, so that can be verified. That can be verified from the blending function. So that can be verified from the blending function. What is the blending function? Bez of k comma n of u will be equal to 1. So by using this Bez function, so we know that all the values of this are positive, and the sum of this equation will always result in 1. So these are the properties of Bezier curve, and also some properties are there, like this curve. So this Bezier curve will follow the shape of a polygon, follow the shape of a defining polygon, and also all these functions are the real valued functions, and the degree of the polynomial which is defining the curve segment will be one less than the number of defining points. So all these are the other properties of the Bezier curve. um, and how we can design, how we can design this Bezier curve. So we know that a Bezier curve will be generated. So Bezier curve will be generated when we set the last control point to the coordinate position of the first control point. So these are the control points here. Um, so how do we design this Bezier curve? Means the Bezier curve will be generated when we set the last control point to the last control point position to the coordinate position of the first control point. And also if you're specifying multiple control points to a single position, so that will give more weight to that coordinate position, uh, which will input as a two control points, and the curve will be nearer to that position. And also if you want to generate complicated curves, so they are formed by using multiple Bezier curves, Bezier sections of lower degree. And also generating smaller curve will give us better control. It will give us better control over the shape of the curve. It will give better control over the shape of the curve. And also it is easy to match curve section. It is easy to match curve section. So like this, so uh, um, like this we can control it. And also if the first curve, if we can use the small control curves to have better matching, right? uh, so if first curve is having n control points and next curve is having n dash control points, then we can match this curve by using the formula like p1 dash is equal to pn plus n by n dash into Pn minus P of n minus 1. By using this formula, we can match the curve. So these are some of the design techniques which you should keep in mind. So whenever you're designing the Bezier curve. So next we have this cubic Bezier curve. So here you can see. So this we had studied one Bez equation, no? 1 second, Bez of. So what is the Bez equation? Bez of k comma n. So Bez of k comma n. So we had written, so we know that Bez of k comma n of u. So here you can see, here for the first curve the value of k is 0, and where the value of n is 3. So here k is 1, n is 3, k is 2, n is 3, and k is 3, n is 3. So you can see how the curve is. See, here we are generating the curve with four control points. So with four control points, so whatever I have, the figure is shown, no, it is the blending function. It is a blending function for this curve. So here the equation of Bez, what is the equation of Bez? So uh, C of n comma k u power k 1 minus. Okay. So Bez is, we know that Bez is given by C of n comma k u power k 1 minus u power. So u power k 1 minus u power n minus k, n minus k. So if you substitute the value of k, if you substitute the value of k as 0 and n as 3, see the first equation, this equation will be 1 minus u power cube, and the first one, this one will be 3u into 1 minus u power square, 1 minus u square, and this will be 3u square 1 minus u, and this one will be u cube. So you are getting these four function. So this is the equation for Bez of when Bez of 0 comma 3, you will get this function. So when it is Bez of 1 comma 3, you will get this function, and when it is Bez of 2 comma 3, you will get this equation, and when it is Bez of 3 comma 3, you are going to get this equation. So this is the plot. So this is the plot for these functions. This is the plot for these functions. Um, So we can obtain, see, we can obtain the parametric, the first derivative slopes. We can obtain the first derivative slope like p dash of 0 as 3 into p1 minus p naught, and p dash of 1 as 3 into point p3 minus p2. Similarly, the second derivative p double dash of 0 can be obtained as 6 into p naught minus 2p1 and p2. See, these are the points. These are the control points. These are the control points p0, p1, p2 and all, they correspond to the control points, and p dash of 1 can be 6 into p1 minus 2 p2 plus p3. So um, so like this you can see for different functions we are getting the curve, we are getting the different curve. And also we can have, we can have the matrix, we can also have the matrix formulation for this also. So how it is represented, in the matrix formats. The matrix representation is given as p of u is equal to u square u1 into Bayes equation into control points p naught, p1, p2, p3. So like this, we are going to represent it in the matrix form. So we can represent it in the matrix form. I'll write it on the clear place. So what is the matrix representation of this? Matrix representation of this. Um, the matrix representation is p of u is equal to u3 u square u1 into base of P naught, P1, P2, P3. So, what is this Bez? So Bez is given by, it's a uh, 4 cross 4 matrix. Its value is given by minus 1 3, minus 3 1, 3, minus 6 3 0. This is the Bez matrix. Minus 3 3 0 0 and 1 0 0 0. So these are the Best matrix. So this is with respect to the curves. So when we talk about the surfaces, the surface is given by this formula. So when we are talking about the surfaces, we have one more parameter called V. So the parametric vector form for the best surface, it is a product. It is a product of two functions. It is a product of two blending functions. One is Bez of j comma n, and the other one is Bez of k comma n with respect to v and u. So the parametric vector function for this Bezier surface is the product. It's a product of two blending functions. So where this um, P of jk, where this P of jk, so it is giving me the location of m plus 1 control point, n plus 1 control point. So it is giving me the location of m plus 1 by n plus 1 control point. So we have this two examples. So we have these two examples where where here where here where here these dashed lines are used to connect the control points, and the solid lines they are represented with respect to the constants u and v. So you can see this dashed line, so they are used for connecting the control points, and the solid lines are used for connecting this constants u and v. So here every curve, like each curve of the constant u will be plotted. Each curve of the constant u will be plotted by varying v from the interval 0 to 1. So for u we'll fix one value, and the v will be varied. So similarly the process will be repeated. The value of v will be fixed and the value of u will be varied, um, like that. So this is with respect to the Bezier surfaces. So the properties are similar to the curves only. And also, why these surfaces are used? They are used for designing the interactive applications. So this is with respect to the Bezier curve surfaces. Then we have OpenGL functions. Then we have this OpenGL function. So we have OpenGL curve functions. So using which we can display the objects. Um, so we can display a curve, we can display a straight line, we can connect the points with the straight line segments also. So we have some OpenGL curve functions. So these functions are available in the OpenGL utility toolkit, using which you can display sphere, you can display cone, you can display the other shapes also. And also, if you want to generate a curve, means first approximate that curve by using a polyline. Then after that, you need to locate the set of points that are along that curve path and connect that path with the straight lines. So this is the process. They like we have two methods using which you can um, generate the curves. And also one more method is you can write the curve generation function. You can write your own user defined curve generation function based on the algorithms with respect to the line drawing and circle drawing methodology. So we have first function which is called as OpenGL Bezier spline curve function. So um, so here we specify the parameters. Here we specify the parameters, and also we'll activate the um, routines for this curve display function by using glmap function. So what this glmap function will do means, so this function can be used for specifying, here it can be used for specifying the um, parameter. And also you can activate that by using gl enable function, and pass this constant. So you can activate that. You can deactivate this routine, by using gl disable function, and this constant has to be passed as a parameter. So here we have star. No, we have star. So what is the star means? That star can have f as the value or d as the value. So to tell that this star can have f, 1f, or d. So this star, what it will tell means, it will tell that whether you are using the integer value or whether you are using floating point value. And we have this umin and umax. So this umin and umax, they are used for specifying the minimum value for the curve parameter and maximum value for the curve parameter. So usually the range of this will be from 0 to 1.0. And we have this control points. We have this control points. Um, so this control points, here we have represented uh, in array, which will give us the number of elements in that array. And also we have a stride, which will give us the number of data values between the one coordinate position in this control point and the beginning of the next coordinate positions. So this is with respect to the parameter. So we have this n point. So see, uh, the control points are given in this array. The control points are given in this array called CTRL PTS. So which will contain the number of elements in that array. And also the number of elements will be specified by using the positive integer parameter NPTS. And also if you want to calculate the coordinate positions along the curve path, means you can use this evaluate coordinate chord function. So here u value will be within the range. U value will be in between u minimum and u maximum. And also how it is calculated, this g eval coordinate calculates the coordinate positions by the formula as u is equal to u value minus u minimum by u maximum minus u minimum value. So usually this u value will be in the range of 0 to 1.0. And also hmm, so if you want to generate a curve with evenly spaced parameter, so we have this function map grid function, and eval mesh 1 function, so using which you can produce a uniformly spaced parameter. So the first one, the star, here the star can be either a floating point value or it can be floating point value or a double precision. It can be f or it can be d. So we have parameter n, which will give us the integer number, which will give the integer number of equal subdivisions in the range of u1 to u2. And also we have parameters. We have parameters um, in the eval mesh function where n1 and n2 will give the range, which will give the range corresponding to u1 and u2. So we have this mode. So this mode can be gl underscore point or gl underscore line. So it depends on how you want to display the curve. So this is with respect to the spline curve function. So and also we have surface function. One is the spline curve function. The second one is the surface function. So here also the star can take f for d to tell whether it is a floating point value or it's a double precision value. And also we have to specify the minimum value of u and maximum value of u. So that is, and also the minimum value of v and minimum value of maximum value of v. So we know that for the surfaces, it is having, for curve means only one point u is there. For surfaces means we have u and v. So here u minimum, u maximum means minimum and maximum value of u and v minimum and v maximum means minimum and maximum value of v. So this is with respect to this map to function. And also you can enable this or you can disable this by using g enable function and g disable function. And also and also um, similarly you can calculate the coordinate position on the curve by using these two formulas. You can calculate. So u value will be in the range of u minimum to u maximum, and v value will be in the range of v minimum to v maximum. See, here we have calculated no the same way. So u minimum will be u value minus u minimum by u max minus uh, u minimum. Similarly, v will be equal to v value minus v minimum by v max minus v min. So like this. So this is with respect to the surface function. So similarly we have this spline curve function. Similarly we have the spline curve function. So um, here they are referring to this nerve function. Here they are referring to the nerve function, which can be used to generate the splines which are not uniform or which are rational. So these set of statements can be used to um, generate the spline curve, the B spline curve. And if you want to delete a spline, you can use this delete function. You can use the delete function. And also and also um, and also we have functions like we have this function which can be used to select, which can be used to display a variety of rendering options. A variety of this spline rendering option can be done by calling this function repeatedly. Similarly we have this spline surface function. So this following set of code can be used to uh, display that spline surface function. And also here also we have um, this property functions, which can be used for specifying the options, whether it is a wireframe, like that. And also the current value we have some GLU get NURBS property function, which can be used to get the current value of this B spline. So these are some of the functions which are used for displaying that. And also we have some GLU NURBS callback function, so which will tell how the objects are processed, how the various events are being processed. So these are, and also we have this trimming functions. So it is used for it is these are the functions, like these are the functions using which the trimming curves can be specified. The trimming curves can be specified for the B spline surfaces. So we have the surface name, the parameter surface name, so which is the name of the B spline to be trimmed. and also this stride will be the offset. So it's a stride, we have this stride, so which will be the offset between the coordinate positions, it will be the coordinate position. So like these are the trimming functions. So we have some functions, like we have OpenGL function for displaying the curve function, surface function. Then using this set of function calls, you can display the spline curve function. Similarly, surface function, and the trimming function and the trimming function. So these are the supports which is provided by the OpenGL for the displaying the surfaces as well as the curves. So this is with respect to the Bezier curve and the functions that are there.